Well, hi everybody. Good morning to meteorologist Travis Klineski here. We are starting off on a cold and somewhat blustery note this morning. We have a cold front as of about 7 o'clock sitting right about there. And behind that front, the winds are just kind of continuing to be out of the northwest. They were already out of the northwest, but they've picked back up right behind that front. So we have some blustery winds in some of these areas right here behind this front this morning. Winds are 15 to 25 miles per hour, and temperatures are dropping behind that front. It is a cold start. It's a bundle up kind of morning out there. We have some places, wind chills are in the single digits above and below zero this morning, so you're going to want to bundle up as we head through the day here. I'm going to erase this here. Now, I don't have a lot of the fronts, the cold fronts and the warm fronts drawn in here, mostly because it takes a lot of time, and I didn't have as much time as I normally do this morning to draw those in. So I'll kind of point them out as we go through the forecast here. But let's start off, let's play this out for today. Again, a cold front right here is going to push southeastward, those northwesterly winds. High pressure right there later today here, and I'll back this up a bit, kind of scoots across northern Kansas. So it's in northwest Kansas at noon. Scoots across northern Kansas here, and by 4 o'clock, it's right about there. Jewell County, Republic County, Kansas. Clockwise rotation. Very light winds typically around areas of high pressure, but as you scoot away from them, the winds get a little bit stronger. So a little bit breezy out here to the west, and those will be southerly winds that return to the area. Meanwhile, upper level clouds, we'll back this up a little bit. Upper level clouds increasing as we get into this afternoon. So we'll start off with some sunshine this morning, more clouds as the day progresses. It stays fairly cloudy tonight, and those south winds will actually pick up and become a bit breezy overnight as well. Those two elements are going to help keep temperatures up a little bit overnight. And in fact, after midnight, I expect temperatures to actually climb a few degrees. So it won't be quite as cold tomorrow morning. Meanwhile, here comes our next cold front. I'll point it out right there. There's low pressure right there near the South Dakota-Nebraska border. You see the counterclockwise rotation right there, and then an attached cold front right in there. So we have south winds out ahead of it, winds turning back out of the northwest. But this cold front, it's coming more out of the west. It's not coming from the north. So what that means is this is more of a Pacific type cold front, not an Arctic front. So unlike the cold front that's coming through this morning, this one doesn't provide much cold air. And in fact, tomorrow is expected to be warmer than today. Let's take you through the day on Tuesday, where we'll start off with some sunshine again, but then see some increase in cloud cover. The frontal boundary later in the day right there, more of a northwesterly wind. Might squeeze out a couple of flurries, but I don't think we'll see much out of this here. And then tomorrow night, we have a cold front here, but right behind it, there's a warm front right here, and that warm front's going to push east across the area Tuesday night. So that's going to bring the winds back out of the southwest and the west. So this is going to usher us into a couple of milder days heading into Wednesday and Thursday, and there's going to be more sunshine as well on Wednesday and Thursday. We'll talk about that in your 7-day forecast in just a bit. Well, let's look at the forecast for today. It will be a struggle temperature-wise. We'll be lucky to get to the lower 70s in the Tri-Cities. I think upper 20s, low to mid 30s for the most part. I wouldn't be surprised if we barely get to 30 in the Tri-Cities, to be honest with you, the way this cold air establishes itself. Tonight we'll drop back into the 20s, maybe a few upper teens out there. Now, temperatures will actually come up a few degrees as we get past midnight, and that's because those winds will be a bit breezy overnight and the cloud cover increases. And then tomorrow, we'll see temperatures actually a bit warmer despite a second cold front coming through. We'll get into the low and mid 40s for most locations. Up north, still a little chillier in the mid and upper 30s there. Then tomorrow night, back down into the upper teens and lower 20s, maybe mid 20s in a few spots. Then on Wednesday is kind of the beginning of our brief warm-up that comes for the middle of the week. We get back up into the 50s, even some lower 60s in southwest Nebraska. So summing up those 3 days right here, again, you see the temperatures rising into the middle of the week. Not much, no precipitation, but we'll see a little more sun towards Wednesday. Breezy winds this morning, not this afternoon, and then Wednesday will be breezy again. The flag on Tuesday there, that is for Pearl Harbor Remembrance Day, which this year is the 80th anniversary of that date, the date that will live in infamy, December 7th, 1941. Looking beyond Wednesday, another mild day out there, breezy, mostly sunny, and then comes our next drop in temperatures on Friday, and that will come with a little bit of wind, a little bit more wind, I should say, and maybe a chance of moisture. We're going to talk about that here in just a little bit. I'm just going to kind of leave it at that for now, a chance of rain and snow. I'll show you how good our chances look at this point in just a little bit. Looking ahead to the weekend, the sunshine returns and temperatures do start to come back up. We're also going to talk about that more in just a little bit. But let's first go to a couple of long-range forecast models for Friday. This is the GFS forecast model starting Thursday evening at 7 o'clock. Here comes that next chance of moisture. take this through Thursday night into Friday morning, and then during the day Friday. This one targets northern Nebraska with the best chance of mainly snow with this. And of course, you have colder air as well. There's a frontal boundary now. By that time, it'll be sitting basically right about there. And there's low pressure there at the tip of it, just east of Omaha. This one targets northern Nebraska and then pushes it eastward Friday night into Saturday morning and gets it out of here. This model I would agree with a little bit more right now. The European forecast model is a little farther south and would bring a larger majority of the area a chance of snow and accumulating snow. But even then, this one is targeting still more northern Nebraska than anybody. But again, you'll notice it is a little farther south as well. And the low pressure is closer to St. Joe, Missouri, which is just north of Kansas City. So even that low is a little bit farther south here. So that's the big question, is how far south will this be? So and then this will clear it out again Friday night into Saturday morning and during the day on Saturday. So right now I'd say this area has the best chance of seeing accumulating snowfall. Lower chances farther south, but still a chance. This is not a significant snow, but it's still a snow nonetheless, and I think there would be at least a chance of some accumulation in the form of several inches. So again, heads up, the farther north you live, the better chance you have of accumulating snowfall. Like I said, not a major winter storm that still could have its impacts for the area. All right, let's go to that 10-day forecast now. Again, we get the drop in temperatures on Friday. So you see, again, cold today, temperatures coming up the next couple of days, the drop on Friday, but then through the weekend, temperatures are warming back up. And look at that. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, we could be back above 60 by Wednesday. And in fact, there are some long-range models that are going even warmer than that. Check out, this is the 10-day temperature trend across the country. I'm going to take this kind of slow here. But again, today is cold. We start to get a little bit better by Wednesday and Thursday there. Then comes the next shot of colder air for Friday, including that chance of snow. Then we get past Friday and we start to see warmer temperatures by Sunday. And then I'll just play this out. Look what comes after Sunday. That warm air really pushing back into the middle part of the country. By Thursday of next week, we could be very mild. It does look like beyond that, we may start to see our next shot of cold air towards the next weekend. But there are some forecast models that are hinting at us getting above 70 degrees next Thursday. Again, this is still 10 days away, but it is really pushing in the warm air. You know, last week when we hit record high temperatures in the 70s, and I said that might be the last time we hit 70 for a while. Well, look at this. We may get there again next week. It is a possibility. So, yes, we do have snow in our forecast, but I don't think it'll last long. It'll melt pretty quickly if we can get this mild weather to return. My goodness, mid-December could turn out to be quite nice. So there you go. There is your forecast. A lot going on here in the next 10 days. But a lot of good news, a little bad news, but a lot of good news in the forecast. And the bad news, which does include that snow, that's not really terrible because we do need the moisture. And if it melts quick, hey, that's even better. Might have its impacts, we'll see. But like I said, it's not a major winter storm. It's just enough that could include some accumulating snowfall. And we'll get a little bit better feel for that as we get a couple days closer to that. By the middle of this week, we should have a better feel for how Friday plays out. Well, I want to thank you all for watching on this Monday morning. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you all again on Tuesday. Take care. God bless. Bye.